Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving into the dynamics of giving a good presentation. It's like, mastering the art of captivating an audience with a perfect blend of structure, visuals, and a dash of personal flair.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about making that connection. What do you think is the foundation that the content stresses first?
Well, the piece really kicks off by acknowledging that most great presentations do more than just share information. They engage your audience emotionally,
Yep,
and it's all about feeling something: inspiration, excitement, maybe even empathy.
that's right. And I like that it points out the natural fear people experience. Public speaking anxiety is super common, right?
Exactly. It even mentions that somewhere between 75 to 77% of people feel nervous when speaking publicly. And
Hmm.
interestingly, it sort of flips that fear into a tool, suggesting that this nervous energy can actually fuel your preparation.
Yeah, like using your adrenaline to really fine tune your content before you step on stage.
Right. And speaking of content, one of the top tips is keeping it simple. You got to tailor your message based on who's in the room. It's it's like crafting a message for newbies versus experts. Think bullet points that hit your key takeaways without overwhelming your audience.
Yeah, because overloading your slides with too much text or too many bullet points is a surefire way to lose your audience's focus.
Exactly. And that segues neatly into another crucial point: visual aids. The article really emphasizes how visuals, photos, videos, even a little bit of good design can make your
Yep.
message pop. It suggests using high-resolution images, minimalistic backgrounds, and maintaining consistent fonts to avoid distractions.
But, don't you think sometimes designers might overdo it? I mean, there's a fine line between enhancing your slides and turning them into a visual circus.
Oh, for sure. And actually, the content touches on that. It warns against misusing animations and transitions. Keeping things elegant and straightforward is the key here, so the visuals support your words rather than overshadow them.
Right. Now, moving on, another really interesting tip was the 10-20-30 rule. Could you elaborate on that?
Absolutely. So the 10 to 20-30 rule, as popularized by Guy Kawasaki, suggests that a presentation should have less than 10 slides, last no more than 20 minutes, and use a font size of 30. It's
Yeah.
like condensing your content to its most impactful essence, so you don't risk losing your audience in a sea of data.
That rule really forces you to focus on quality over quantity, which I think is a game changer, especially in high stakes environments.
Absolutely. And it's all about ensuring your audience is following along each step of the way. Another key point raised is storytelling. The piece highlights how sharing personal anecdotes or powerful stories not only builds credibility, but also makes what you're saying way more relatable. It's like inviting the
Uh huh.
audience into your world.
Yes, and I appreciate how it offers practical advice on making eye contact. I mean, maintaining that connection, even if it's just focusing on someone's forehead, can really make a difference.
Exactly, that part was gold. The suggestion to make eye contact for just 3 to 5 seconds with different people ensures nobody feels left out.
Hmm.
It's such an approachable trick to democratize attention in a large room.
And speaking of large rooms, the article also dives into stage presence. It emphasizes having open arms, moving around a bit, and letting your body language amplify your message. That's something so many people underestimate.
True, it reinforces that your tone, gestures, and even a well-timed pause can, transform your delivery. Imagine it's like performing on stage, where every move counts.
Absolutely. But here's where I kind of challenge one idea: the suggestion on using note cards. I get that they're a safety net, but sometimes they can, make your delivery seem less natural. What do you think about that?
That's a fair point. Note cards are a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah.
They help you stay on track if you're nervous, but if over-relied upon, they might hinder natural engagement with the audience. The key is to practice enough that you barely need them.
Exactly. It's all about balance. And that brings us to the importance of practice, which the article underscores. It's not about perfection, it's about progress.
Right, practice makes progress is one of my favorite takeaways. Rehearse in front of a mirror or with a friend, gather feedback, iterate, and gradually build your confidence.
Yep, exactly. And reading the room, oh man, that's such an underrated skill. Adjusting your pace and even your content on the fly if you sense your audience isn't vibing. It takes a lot of sensitivity.
Absolutely, being adaptable is crucial. It's like, you must sense the energy and know exactly when to switch gears or, elaborate more on a point.
Mm.
It's a constant feedback loop with the audience.
There's also that bit about breathing. It might sound small, but really, taking deep breaths can be a lifesaver when you're feeling overwhelmed.
Totally agree. It's almost like a reset button. Before you dive into the thick of your delivery, pausing to breathe helps recalibrate your nerves and bring in a bit of calm.
Yes, exactly. And let's not forget the final call to action. Ending with a clear next step ensures that your presentation not only informs, but motivates your audience to act.
Right. A call to action seals the deal. Whether you're encouraging them to rethink their habits or to reach out for more information, having a strong finish makes your message truly memorable.
Now, putting it all together, it's clear that a memorable presentation is not just about the slides or the content, it's about the overall experience you craft. Would you say that sums it up?
Exactly. It's the synergy of content, design, delivery, and authenticity. It's like assembling a puzzle where each piece must align perfectly, whether that's through storytelling, visual aids, or a well-practiced routine.
Yeah. And I love how the advice here really demystifies the process. It makes it feel like everyone can improve their presentation skills with just a little focused effort and, some really smart techniques.
Precisely. The article demystifies public speaking by breaking down each component, techniques that anyone can adopt, whether you're pitching in a boardroom or speaking at a community event.
It's also reassuring that even seasoned speakers have room to grow. I mean, no one's presentation is flawless, right?
Definitely not. And that humility is refreshing. Acknowledging mistakes and learning from them is what makes every presentation an opportunity to get better.
Right? One more thing. I appreciated that the article also highlighted using your passion. Really let your enthusiasm shine through. Because when you're passionate, your audience is naturally drawn in.
Absolutely. Showing genuine excitement is contagious. It's like, if you're really into your topic, everyone's going to catch that energy.
Yeah, exactly. So, in a nutshell, we're looking at a multifaceted approach. Simple and clear content, compelling visual aids, strategic structure, and that personal touch. Together, they really set your presentation apart.
Exactly. It's about leveraging every aspect of communication to deliver not just information, but an experience. Whether you're battling nerves or fine-tuning your slides, these tips offer a treasure trove of strategies for captivating any
Right on.
audience.